Welcoming you back to a crypto juicy news episode, friends. We have a Bitcoin price at around $60,000. I have this old chart of mine. We have Crypto Crappo. Remember, Crypto Crappo was bullish for a 60K Bitcoin, but that was right before we dropped. We dropped down and now we are still working our way up. I'm going to change it to a 1 hour chart so we can see the friendship and the kindness. We saw this magical pump that just started happening up here. Now, where to go from here? I've got a lot of juicy things to go through with you for today, friends. So I was looking at, what's the theme? What's coming out for the rest of Rectember, right? FOMC. Okay, the Federal Open Market Cuckery. So this is the US Fed's the FOMC. Now, I've noticed something on their website, friends. I don't know if this is a bug, but I hope it's a bug because it's shifted. There's a 50-50 rate chance, 50-50 odds of a 50 basis point cut or a 25 basis point cut, okay? It used to be like 80% chance of 25. Now it's down to 50. So what's happening? Well, the market's still trying to sniff out, is the economy cracking a bit faster? And we remember from our data, I showed you many times, if the US Fed, if they cut by 50 basis points, okay, on the left-hand side here, if they cut by that, historically, there is a bad 1, 2, and 3 year return for the stock market from that point. So your forward 1, 2, and 3 years, atrocious. You're down like 15% after a year. You're still down 10% after the second year. Like, that's horrific, right? However, if they cut by only 25, historical precedence is it's still good. On average, you're still good. If they're stopping a hiking cycle by 25. So this is coming out in like 3 to 4 days, and it's going to be a nail biter, isn't it? Because the market's going to have to sniff out how weak it thinks everything is. Now, the interesting part about all of these, friends, as you look at this, you look at the actual stonk market, and they don't seem to be too concerned whatsoever, right? Or are they really, really confident of a cut? Look at this. This is the S&P 500, dude. This is insane, friends. This is like, you go down here, Japan, Pokemon Island, nuclear explosion, come back up here, little dip here. Jim Cramer is bearish. By the way, yes, Jim Cramer was bearish here. And then we're coming up here. So it's interesting that it's like the S&P 500 is waiting around this high. It's not going to price in an expansion unless, I guess, it sees whatever's around the corner. And what is that going to relate to? Well, it could be the FOMC, the FOMC. It could be just more earnings, computations in terms of like how much it thinks the profitability of the biggest companies are going to be. I guess we'll see. Now, if we go back to my juicy news post, friends, of course, Bitcoin's at 60K, which is wonderful. We have Ethereum, still brown shoe, at 2,400. The ETH BTC ratio, friends, we're going to have to talk about the ETH BTC. Ethereum is still cucked beyond imagination. Ethereum, friends, I want to show you how devastating this is. Ethereum has round-tripped 8 years, okay? And if it drops if ETH BTC drops just another 10% down here, look, you pretty much round-tripped 9 years. I'm not even joking. You've round-tripped 9 years. So it's really important, friends. I'll play some pump music just because we've got Usher in the pump. And I'll get some green candles out as well. See, there's something we've got to talk about as well. So we knew Ethereum's third cycle cursed and it's cucked. We know, okay, you're round-tripping a lot. We know that Vitalik basically is going to start ghosting all the layer 2 chains unless they're fully decentralized. That means Coinbase. That means all of them. So you got to remember as well, man, I've made a post before. Vitalik, friends, he was tweeting like 10 times per year. 10 times per year. Now he's done something like 150 tweets in the past 2 months. Okay, just showing you. I told you this about 2 years ago, friends. I told you. Don't believe anyone in this game. I don't care who it is. They're all here for price. They're all here for price, okay? Don't forget that. Because price is value, and value, based off Metcalfe's law, is number of people. So when people are leaving the city, they have to come in and check why they're leaving the city, and they have to do things good because people's expectations and how they basically make applications and everything, they are forecasting off a healthy amount of people in the city. Okay, so for example, you have a pizza shop in New York. You don't have anywhere in your pricing model where New York's population drops from 28 million down to like 19 million in 2 years. You don't have that priced in. That basically means everyone's bankrupt. Everyone loses. You see what I mean? Because their margins are so thin. So it's the same thing in crypto, right? We are digital cities. Now, Remember, in Ethereum, friends, there was the ETH BTC part. It actually only started rocketing in the final 2 months of the actual bull market. That's crazy. The final 2 months. This part before was just uptrending. This is the Bitcoin halving year, and then it started going up, okay? Unfortunately, what did we get? We never got, we were expecting this. I was expecting that, and then we have a pop-off here, and something happens. Unfortunately, we went down first. So what we might find is maybe this thing does eventually converge here, and then it does its own little crappy doubling, and then it comes back here. So they end up being at the same price, but maybe that's just what ends up happening. Now, I could feel something in the universe was going to happen like this, and I mentioned it to you a year ago. It was one of the, it's very, very hard to grasp back then, and it was because of this. It was because, how could I feel something was happening? It's because back then, friends, remember, ETH BTC looked like that, okay, in 2023. It looked like this. So I didn't think, okay, it's going to keep obliterating, okay? So ETH BTC, when I actually did its estimates for where it goes in the bull market, and you look at Bitcoin's price targets, I'm like, well, if Bitcoin doesn't have a dark prophecy and it goes to 200K, a price up here means Ethereum is literally $22,000. Now, you might say, Ethereum is worth a lot. That's good. Okay, but here's a problem. Here's a problem. The problem is many applications on Ethereum with communities like ChainLink, their link ETH, the ETH ratios were low. So this is link versus ETH, okay? So I looked at them and I'm like, okay, I wanted to be super bullish optimistic, but I knew deep in my heart, something doesn't add up. How are we going to get ETH BTC going up really high and the ETH ratios going up really high? I knew there was a problem. So one of my guesses was, I goes, look, because you never predict ultimate doom, but I thought, well, maybe in the Bitcoin halving year, we recover. That's what I thought would have happened, because that's actually what happened in 2020. In 2020, these DeFi coins launched, but here's the thing, man. The old 2017 coins never caught up to their BTC or ETH ratio. So XRP, Tron, they did nothing in DeFi 2020. So I knew deep down something has to add up here, but it's not adding up. So just to refresh, right, what we summarize, I knew, okay, the ratios have to catch up. Something's got to give. Okay, and Ethereum is third cycle curse though. So that's what I was leaning towards. Well, we could just see Ethereum continue being a poopy. And that's why I have all my videos about Ethereum's third cycle curse. That's why I was making them, friends. I made so many videos of Ethereum's third cycle curse last year, because it just became apparent when you weigh both of them up. Okay, well, is Ethereum after cycle 1 and cycle 2 going to repeat its cycle 3? Or is it going to be the altcoins versus their ETH ratios catch up? What's it going to be? By the way, if you ask me a good question, like such as, why can't both of them catch up? Well, here's the thing, friends. They can both catch up. The problem is, okay, if Link ETH is here when that Ethereum is $22,000, you've got a $700 ChainLink. And I looked at that number and I'm like, that's too much. A $700 link. We can actually go and check out CoinGecko just so I can just show you. And by the way, this worked for many altcoins. I'm just using ChainLink as an example. ChainLink, friends, if you go down here and you want to check it, ChainLink has a 6.8 billion market cap, okay? So if you did 60x on that, right, that's what it would be from here. You're going to get something wildly controversial. So if we do 6.8, let's do the 60x. Yeah. Do I think ChainLink, with all these other altcoins, is going to have a 400 billion market cap in the next year or two? I want it to. I don't think so, dude. Because, yeah, market cap matters. You see that, friends? I started computing all these numbers. So it's not a problem for just ChainLink to do it. There's too many coins to do that. Okay, there's no way. There's no way that happens. The industry grows way too big. The industry becomes, I think, to compute these, if you do these numbers, friends, you're looking at an industry, I'm not kidding, it's bigger than China's economy. It's halfway to flipping the US stock market based off the total crypto market cap, which I'll actually just show you now. So at $22,000 ETH and all these, friends, you're looking at, I'm not kidding, you're looking at like another 10x. Like you end up growing up here. Just to let you know, where is the US stock market? US stocks, S&P 500's up here, okay? S&P 500 up here. Are we in this cycle gonna go and go, woo, we're in the S&P 500, like for everything? I want it to. I don't think so, man. I'm just being honest. I don't think so. So that now you get to see, right, my curiosity. I was like, how the hell is this going to play out? But we're seeing it play out right now. That's why I have all the brown shoe emojis for Ethereum. So something's got to give here. Something has to give. I mean, even if you go back to the chart, once again, HEX ETH, PulseChain ETH, all of us the same, okay? I think what's happening is, see, even Link ETH is bottoming out. It feels like Ethereum is going to be completely cucked this cycle in terms of, you know, us wanting a $20,000 price to basically flip near Nvidia, okay? Because remember, friends, Nvidia, you can't copy paste Nvidia's chip for AI computers. You can't. Can you copy paste Ethereum block space? Hell yeah, you can. Oh, absolutely you can. And guess what? Bitcoin maxis? Yeah, we can copy paste you too. We can copy paste it. Your whole narrative about pure decentralization, all these, no one gives a crap, okay? No one cares. This is the truth, friends. And you know what's the truth. They're all just layer one chains. We're flipping around, trying to find applications, value in communities. Communities can sit anywhere, okay? I want to ask you this. If I have a community of 100,000 people out there in the world, do you think, since I've faded crypto for the past 15 years, do you think I give a crap about Bitcoin's decentralization principles? No. No, be honest. What about Ethereum's? No. You're just going to go to wherever the hell you get onboarded. That's it. Okay? It's the truth. So you could be on PulseChain. It can be on Solana. It can be in Cardano. It can be on XRP chain. It can be wherever the hell you want. These things are around. They're going to keep onboarding. And you get to see it, right? So people don't necessarily want to keep paying premium prices for stuff that's inherently more slow just because it's more decentralization. So if you run this out forward, you basically get to see all the VCs are wrong. All the VCs are wrong. Surprise, surprise. But guess what, friends? We already know from what's happened in this great year of 2024, right? I'm now bringing you up the monthly chart of Bitcoin, okay? As we've pushed up here, what's been the story of crypto, friends? Well, everybody has called meme coins an abomination. Here's the thing, man. What's the abomination to me is when your VC coin starts at billions of dollars of market cap day one. That's the abomination. Friends, you know Bitcoin was a meme coin, started at zero. You know Ethereum was a meme coin, pretty much started at zero, or started like 20 million market cap. So it's not pretty much a meme coin. Bitcoin's a meme coin. Doge, meme coin. They all start at zero. Altcoins that we see, the ones that start at zero, that's it. Market just gives them value. You have a trial by fire. You don't have that in all these other big VC coins. So it's funny. The whole industry's wrong. The whole industry is wrong. You got to see it this year. Wasn't my guessing? It happened this year, okay? If you're holding stuff where they just copy-pasted all the coins and they open it like multiple billions of valuation, there's no capitalistic pursuit there. You didn't have a trial by fire. You just started up high and now they're trying to dump on every exchange, which we've seen. They're dumping at 50% below market price via OTC orders, okay? In altcoins, meme coins, and everything else, friends, you know, the Shibs, the Peppies, the dog with hats, the Pika on PulseChains, the dick with butts. Okay, you have the teddy bear, Tropa, ecosystem, P-Eyes. All of these, they start from zero, man. They literally start from near zero. And it's up to them to work their way through. And they recruit and people join in on the journey. So I hope you get to see that difference now. We're going to uncover more. So where do we go from here, right? Ultimately, friends, we have the total crypto industry. See, you can see where that 40 trillion is too much. I want us to get, maybe we get to 7. That's a fib level. Maybe we get to 7. I'm hoping we get towards 10. So, you know, around 10, that'd be good enough. And it's just going to take some time for things to grow. We have the global liquidity index chart here still ticking up, which is great to see. Remember, they're going to try do the election rigging, which they're just going to try pump markets right before the US election. But that's standard election rigging. It's not really anything to be really concerned about. We also have this, obviously, the Russell 2000, friends. We got to watch this, man, because it's all up to that Russell. We're going to be covering that every single day. Like it's getting closer. And when that finally happens, we get the friendship pump. And others, BTC, extremely important as well. You can see it's really lagging. It's really, really lagging. But you probably feel like a lot of the lagging is to do with Ethereum being in a third cycle curse and everything else being around the Ethereum city giving it problems. Now, baby dolls, I'm going to play some nice journey music because we have this cool survey released. Let's read this together. 55% of Generation Z Zoomers believe that banks are clumsy and opaque, and they prefer to manage their finances on-chain. Interesting. 55%. So what's a Generation Zoomer? They're aged between 12 and 27. Okay, so anybody between 12 and 27 is a Zoomie, and more than half of them, they're not going to be walking into banks. Zoomers aren't going to be walking into banks. Like the new generation, they're not doing anything to do with banks like that. Their banking is this on-chain stuff they can see. It's literally digital Pokemon stuff. That's the future. So we know crypto's the future. We're bullish on the future. That's why we do see crypto flipping gold. We do see crypto flipping gold, okay? See, these Zoomer kids, they're not saying, oh, we want to use Bitcoin for our stuff. They don't care, man. They don't care. Just same thing as the internet. Same thing, friends. They don't care. Just like when you buy a car, not everyone is like super interested in the engineering of the engine. You know, hey, what's this Ferrari do? Oh, it makes me look cool. Or the other women. Okay, sweet. I'd like to get it, please, sir. Okay, it's the same thing happening in crypto. They want a chain that's fast. Where's everyone making money? What's happening here? Okay, so we know that's what's happening. Now, I want to show you some amazing news as well. PulseChain ecosystem, friends, has been green again for the past 24 hours. The alien coin, PTGC, broke the high. It was actually amazing to see as well. So these things are very, very fantastic. It's beautiful to see. And now I have this special picture as well. This is a video. This is eHEX, friends. eHEX. So... coming back from the dead. It's funny. I love it. I love to see all these things. Now, simultaneously, I've got some crazy news as well. We have a new HEX tattoo. Okay. And it's real. Shout out to this gentle sir, Mr. Tap. Mr. Tap, he actually got a HEX tattoo with 5555 on here, which is, what is 5555, friends? It's 15.25 years. That's the number. So 5555 is the number of days. It's a longer stake. I know everyone in HEX community, it's such a meme now, but new people still don't understand what it is. It's longer stake, showing your commitment to the chain and the community. But yeah, I messaged in my Telegram. I go, well, we're either starting a 2-year bear market or we're going to pump. Remember, this is not the first HEX tattoo. This is like, there's been many, many, many before. Okay, so this is interesting. It's man. Do your coins have tattoos, man? Do your coins have tattoos? They're not going away. They're not going away. Now, a lot of my PulseChain examples of how high things can pump as well, friends. There's two things we got to look at. So I have already adjusted for Ethereum being a third cycle curse. You see, I don't have Ethereum at 15K to 20K. I have it towards 7, 7 to 10. I hope it hits 10. Okay, I have it around there. And the good thing is the PulseChain Sacrifice wallet has 170,000 ETH. So that's why if you look at all my numbers, I do 170,000 times 7K ETH. And you get about 1.2 billion. And that's enough for a big, healthy rejuvenation of the whole ecosystem to pump to the heavens. Okay, that's enough. You don't need it at 20K. It'd be nice if it was, okay? So I've already calculated all of that in, because if you go to the other ETH ratios, okay, for all the other altcoins, I know I'll just have a link here showing you, but if you do this right, if Ethereum is only like 7K and this thing goes up to here, what does that mean? It means if ChainLink is 2.8% of Ethereum's price. And I don't know if they're going to top out at the same time, but if Ethereum hits 7K, you got a $200 link. And I feel like I can see something like that happening, okay? I can't believe in a $20,000 ETH, because then everything goes just too bonkers. Now, maybe we're totally wrong and everything switches around, but the way it's going, friends, like, no one's coming in to buy these big, boring layer 1 stuff here and there. It's the applications that are picking off the bigger daddies, okay? It's harder and harder for these big things to keep growing. It is, even though I know everyone wants another 1,000x or whatever in Ethereum, but you're not going to get it, bro. You need to take the risk. There's no risk in it anymore. You got an ETF, okay? How are you going to grow up that much from here? You got an ETF. Same as Bitcoin. Your Wall Street coin now, okay? You want to get in before the ETF. So you don't want to get distributed on, because they're using it as exit liquidity, man. We know they are. Okay, so it's beautiful to see that PulseChain ecosystem is green today. We also have one to show you as well. Incentive token as well, hitting $1.92. It's actually beautiful. All of these, friends, remember, they're all moving in sync. So they're all green together, 2, 4, 6, 6, and then 15 here for eHEX. Remember, HEX from Ethereum is just the thinnest liquidity, and it was the most overshot down, so it was the most contrarian. That's why you get to see these moves up. I hope you get to see, right, how many times, so many times I was telling you in March, hey, it's eHEX is now like a relegated meme coin of sorts, hated by the founder, but it could just be BankX chess move FUD. It's got the thinnest liquidity, and it's got the most uncertainty. So if it works out, it's got the most upside, which is funny enough. That's right. And most uncertainty, most upside, friends. Even I didn't even know. I was like, friends, people were even saying, remember, we're all saying, is Richard going to use the origin address now and put like a 10 billion eHEX wall, which basically means he kills it? People were actually speculating that. You know, the fact that it even entered people's minds is enough to show you that. So this is eHEX from here doing this nice swoop. It does this. See, friends, this is what I hate about crypto. I hate this, what it does, okay? You can't cheat it in terms of when you want to get in, okay, when you want to get in, friends, it never goes like this. It doesn't just go like this and go up. What actually altcoins do, they do this green pattern, what I've noticed, okay? They do this down and down and down like this. They just go down and like this forever. And then just one of them is they do that. Okay, that's what they do. You just never know when this thing is going forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. That's what it is. By the way, that's exactly what I'm looking at this eHEX chart as well, right? Down, 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 and it just starts going up. So you want to get ahead of this, but the problem is, look, you thought you were buying cheap in April of this year, but then it keeps going down again. So crypto is really volatile. Now, the beautiful part about this, I know this sucks on the way down, but the good thing is, when it starts going up and up and up and up and up and up, there are people out here, I don't know why, they love saying, oh my gosh, this coin is up 900% in a month. Get me in now. And they're the ones that just keep like pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. That's why in a bull market, these things go absolutely bonkers as well. So this is HEX from Ethereum. It's beautiful to see. You can also see the eHEX to pulse ratio, friends. This is amazing. Okay, why is this amazing? You have basically recovered Richard Hart's FUD damage on the eHEX to pulse ratio. So this is showing you the importance of the community in maintaining value, right? All my theories are right. I can actually show you as well eHEX as well on the pHEX ratio. So this is the eHEX to pHEX pair, and now I'm going to change it to the ratio setting. So it's up to 0.37 up here. So this is big. So if it goes back to 0.5, it recovers the damage. So, but look at this, man. Ultimately, they're cool, but we've done more research. Yeah, so we love them. They're cores, but we've done our homework. We don't have to stop there. You have things like, friends, you know, Pika on PulseChain. You know there's a poker chain coming up. You know there's a Tropa ecosystem and there's a PDI narrative. You know there's Tangang. You know there's 9inch, right? 9inch to have BBC. I want to show you that as well. So you know these things are building in the background, and you know they're out here, and you know they're not going away. So this is the 9inch chart as well. See, it's a little rounded pop of justice, but the real chart you want to see is the pulse ratio. And look at this. See, it's done this little higher low thing. So they're all happening, and we have an advantage there because it's a blue ocean here. Okay. So I know everyone in PulseChain community, they look at all the altcoins like scammers, but look, it's best, yeah, okay, you're a scammer by default. Everyone's a scammer by default, okay? You have original sin, okay, just like when you're born. Now, what you can gather after a series of FUD events and people getting destroyed, if people are still there, willing to carry on the dream, you're no longer a scammer, are you? Now, you're a survivor. This is DickWifButt, okay? As you get to see, the Tangang affiliated coins went down. You see this person who just panicked out. I saw a guy here. I'm not going to tell you the coin. I forgot the coin I think I forgot the coin he bought. He bought. People sold down here, bro. You literally, the guy who bought off you, they're up 73% against Pulse already. So how much did they sell down here? Oh my gosh. Like you're already almost at 2x on, like from that guy selling. So just literally you missed out on 2x already. So will people learn ever? I don't think so. That's just emotions. But you get to see, right? We are in a blue ocean area. And I keep saying that to you. We are literally in a blue ocean area. It's easy to track. We can actually put them, you can see them. You can see the ecosystems out here. You know, in Ethereum land and Solana land, you can't, friends. There's cabals everywhere. They control a lot of people. It's really tough. Now, of course, there are great things on Solana and Ethereum as well. There are, 100% there are. You just got to dig through a lot. You got to dig through a lot, and there's many you and I don't know. But man, in PulseChain, we can see everything, man. You have an edge. You have an edge. Think about it like this. We are in digital real estate land. That's what blockchains are. You buy a share of something, yeah? That's like buying into network, which is buying like land of a country. You're just front-running the large amount of people coming in later. Now, if you don't front-run them, someone else is going to do it. And when they come in, they're just going to take all the candy for themselves. But if you're into this stuff early, you're basically making a speculation that this community is going to keep growing and being around. Look what happens to every other chain, friends. When Tron popped off, all the Tron meme coins, firstly, a lot of the Cabal guys go and make new coins, you see, but the existing ones had friendship. We even saw that earlier this year. The existing coins started to go up. They're like, okay, it's your turn to go up. There's a spotlight moving around. So we have to learn from this. And I want to throw this out your way. First, enjoy Peppy with this sword up. Okay, it reminds me of Zelda in the forest, friends. So I'm going to teach you the most important lesson about crypto. All those legit projects you see, they're not going to pump the hardest. Layer 2, Vitalik approved. There's white papers and there's all these little epsilon math equations. No one gives a shit, okay? They're not going to pump the hardest, friends. OnlyFans made one of the most profits of any company in the world last year, okay? What are girls doing? Okay, selling naked pictures of themselves. But guess what, man? Have you heard of the internet? There's porno websites literally every corner you take. There's 33% of the internet is adult pornography. How the hell are they doing that? Because your mind's just blowing. Your mind is just blowing, okay? It's just, how's they doing that? The product market fit there, okay? Is that legit? Girls just flashing themselves, right? Is that really legit? Think about it. Don't think about this legit word. What's legit mean? If you're a website and you sell heart pacemakers for 30 grand a pop and you make one sale every 3 months, thank you. You're making the world a better place. You're saving lives. Okay, yeah, but OnlyFans made like 242 million. I think it made like $6 billion in revenue or something ridiculous. I think it made 10 billion. I think it paid out the creators $6 billion. By the way, girls, don't sign up to it. I'm not trying to sell OnlyFans to you. I'm just showing you. What's that saying about society? Look, man, look at our day. I've told you so many times, friends. Look at our day, man. Look at the 24-hour day. 8 hours is sleeping. 8 hours you're wasting time thinking about stuff, sending banana emojis. 5 hours maybe driving, sitting, walking, doing nothing. And this is like just 2 hours of productivity. That's 2 hours out of 24 hours you're actually being super productive. See? So all those legit projects, they're not going to pump the hardest. And then they're just going to dump 95% down like everything else anyway. Because what you're going to find is, you saw this by the way, a lot of your friends, a lot of my baby dolls out here, which I'm now going to play some nice Pikachu music actually. You got to see, everyone's full of shit. These 2021 projects, where are they? They're gone. A lot of them are gone. But what happened? Well, the bear market came and all those VC and suits and all those people who go on macro heads, they get like, the 4-panel YouTube stuff. Yeah, what's your opinion on this? Yeah, I want to hear your opinion. Yeah, I'll tell me your opinion on that. Just shut up. Just shut up. Okay? These people, they quit in the bear, friends. They quit. They're on salaries. Look at the incentives. Okay? Look at the incentives. They're using other people's money. The other people get murdered in the narratives and then they sell. And so when they go get a job for the next 2 to 3 years of the cycle, they have to get other people's money, new people's money. And those new people don't give a shit about the old narratives. So they tell these new people, hey, go and invest in new narratives. I didn't care about gaming. I'm naming 2021 narratives now. They'll say, I didn't care about DeFi 2.0 or 1.0. I don't care about gaming, NFTs. I don't care about metaverse. I don't care about alternative layer ones as a narrative. I don't give a shit about them. Okay? I don't care. They're all crap anyway. They're 2021 blunders. We don't give a shit. They care about real world assets, AI. They care about Solana. Do you see? New narratives. Well, guess what? In the next bear market, they're going to go down too. Then it's going to be something else. Look at their incentives. They are not eating what they hunt. We are. We have to. I have to spell it out for you. So put your pants back on and start thinking about The shiny new poop. Because the shiny new poop is when I get new people, friends. By the way, PulseChain shiny new poop. It's shiny. You're front running everyone. In more news today, Coinbase. Friends, by the way, go back to my posts in 2021. I think tweets when I first came. I was calling them a cuckbase. Because I knew, I don't know why, that it just came to me, friends. I don't know, I was channeling something. I knew they're going to betray us. I even made videos, I think a year and a half ago, saying Coinbase is going to betray us. And then everyone's like, yes, cheering for Coinbase. It's kind of funny how the simulation writers set it up. Coinbase are now defending us against the corrupt SEC and stuff. I'm like, well, that's just going to make it at the end hurt even harder. Coinbase, look at this. So shout out to Mr. Bold Leonidas. Mr. Bold Leonidas has amazing artwork. He really captures the zeitgeist visually. You know, Ivan on Tech captures the zeitgeist of the news with his news show. I know I do as well, friends, too, what's really going on. But also, Mr. Bold Leonidas captures with words and pictures and his art. So he has Coinbase remove app. Now, look at what happened, right? So look at this guy's Discord account. Your account is very limited, right? A server you joined, OE Connect, broke Discord's rules for harassment and bullying. Okay, so basically, Coinbase recorded Kemonokaki Discord members as terrorists, resulting anyone in that group a ban and a warning statues until 2026. So I don't know the full story here, but yeah, cuckbase, friends. Just telling you, when these things happen, friends, you're seeing Roca Negra's footprint on them, bro. This isn't cuckbase from 2013 when Brad Boldstrong gets into Bitcoin. Hey, I'm going to be banning people on Discord because they're just saying nasty things, right? I don't know what it is for. Maybe everything's terrorism, by the way. Oh, you allowed the Iran flag emoji in your Telegram? Okay, you're terrorism. You're supporting pro-terrorism. They could just say easily like that, right? That's for friends. I got the banana emoji, okay? They're going to put me in jail for having a banana emoji? What about the sausage emoji? You know, there's that one too, friends. No one uses that one. The hot dog one. Okay? We know that eggplant one. So it looks like Discord, by the way, is infiltrated now. I think it's owned by Microsoft. I hope you could see this type of programming going on. Also, interesting, look at this, Mr. Basedoji Somi. Since you started mentioning the ice cream team with the peanut butter jelly guys, you have these Zionist bots appearing in your comment section. Yeah, interesting. There's a lot of dodgy stuff going on here. I'm sure you guys, if you're on Twitter, you're starting to see now, you know what's interesting? Because you can't see other people's likes, including me, when there's really spicy stuff, everybody just likes it because not everyone else can see. And this is how basically it's turning into Facebook now, where even if you did remove everyone's identity and you let everyone see each other, they'd just be unhinged anyway. They don't give a shit. Okay, got a lot of old people, friends, just like unhinged on Facebook. Now, what's happening when this stuff is, it's literally is cyber war everywhere. They're just spamming everything. But that's why, friends, crypto's the future. How these guys have to spam bots out here, like we're ahead of them, bro. Wait till, I shouldn't even say it. I'll say it now because I know they're not listening. Because if I had 1 million subs, I can't tell you what I'm talking about right now. I'll literally get flag deleted. But I'll tell you now, the future of PsyOps is using crypto and NFTs and altcoins and meme coins to make communities to be able to infiltrate people's thinking. That's the future. Because if you notice, the Zionist bots, they are steps behind. We're bleeding edge, but we know this thing works, but we're just like on a downturn of crypto. So if they want to infiltrate public opinion, spamming messages in places, people know that it doesn't like, it's not working. People know about the bots too much. But what you can't ignore is like a token price going up, a community, Telegram, logos, and crypto chain stuff. Okay, so if they find ways, they will find ways eventually. When these things pop up more, that's why we're early, friends. When these altcoins pop up more, and the government sees, all the world governments, Mossad, the Kia, everyone else, they start to see Zoomers and all millennials, everyone else, they're using on-chain things. They're going to start infiltrating this stuff. By the way, they've already infiltrated Miladies. So shout out to the Miladies. They do actually have actual US feds in there. Not joking. They actually have US feds in there. One guy got caught as a double spy agent. I wish I saved the articles about a few months ago, maybe a year ago. They got caught as a literal agent for treason. they had a Twitter account and they were a milady. It's funny. It's funny, friends. Speaking of psyops and faking stuff, we live in this era now, right? Solana wash trading bots have been kicked into overdrive. There are 300,000 scum algo bots that wash trade from multiple addresses. So what's happening is, friends, there's a chart down here. You see this chart on the top right? Solana now has a fake 5 million daily active addresses. So how did they get around the filter of the spamming when everyone collects the data? What the bots are all doing is, it's funny. So you got to wonder, if the bots are making money, why do you care whether you're included in data or not? It means it's the Solana team themselves. It's the insiders and the VCs themselves. Because if you're an independent bot and you're just making money, you don't give a shit whether you're included in Masari's data or not. You don't care, you're just making money, right? So why are these guys actively trying to spoof higher numbers? Why? It's got to be someone who's trying to dress up the data for Solana as a whole. Now, what are they doing is they have bots, they do their wash trading, and then it sends the money to another address, and then it does the wash trading from there. And then from there, it sends the money to another address, and it does the wash trading from there. So it's literally just one bot. It just moves money around in circles, and they just do it all over the place. And they're scamming these daily active user address counts. Now, it doesn't mean like, okay, Solana goes to zero or anything, but I'm just showing you that the competition is fierce. See, everyone will do everything, friends. Like, why are they doing it, by the way? Because they want to flip ETH. That's why. You always need to grow more, man. See, friends, you and I, you're just thinking about, okay, what if PulseChain gets to like, you know, Leo or Petrodot or something? That's 10x away for PLS. But these guys, they're at 64 billion. They want to flip BNB. They want to flip Ethereum. They really want to. That's the only place to go. You have to do like extreme things. You don't have many things else left to do. Just like in Bitcoin, friends, Bitcoin wants to flip gold. Bitcoin can't go market to like Polygon users and say, hey, come buy Bitcoin, right? They can't do that. They have to go for that bigger and bigger thing. Where does that ultimately leave us though? Point of view, you bought HEX, the better Bitcoin, under $3. I love it, friends. I love it. I love it. Did you ever think eHEX just start moving up by itself? It's funny to see. Now, for everything in altcoins and crypto, friends, there are obviously the growing pains of going through a Bitcoin halving year. It's lovely that Rectember somehow is finishing green. It's lovely. But the next part is the do or die. Well, right now we're do or die, but this is the Q4, right? So remember the median price, the median, not the average, the median is 56%. For Q1. So wherever you are finishing September, you do plus 56%, and that is your fourth quarter of a Bitcoin halving year. That is a $94,000 Bitcoin. So remember, it was around 90K. That's the median. Okay, the average was 88%, but that's including the earlier ones, right? So the median, around 56% gain. It's like green Tober, green Vember, and then green December as well. Just green, green, green. That was this Bitcoin halving year, US election year. And then, historically, we run up until the end of the next year. Okay, end of the next year. But if you look at my arrows here, I am just weary of April and then September. Because, remember, friends, it's not about picking things perfectly. It's just being open to the fact that it could all be over right now. Just be open to that. That's what it's come down to. So, how high are we going to be in April next year? Maybe not even that high. Maybe this thing isn't going to work. Maybe 4 out of 4 times isn't going to work. We'll see. A lot can happen in 3-4 months. It can, right? Remember our expectations. People could get super excited about Trump, right? But then you still have the anti-psyops against him as well. We have maybe Trump gets in and then they just give him hell, right? Maybe they stop faking the data for the US jobs. Maybe they make the economy look like it's cracking more. You see, we have to be prepared for everything. But as long as you're buying the depression, you're still holding, you're going to make it. Make sure you like, subscribe, better than all. Catch you next one.